Hey, thanks for slithering in. I am Symtherin. Welcome back to my channel and to another speed build in The Sims 4. I hope you guys didn't think I was just going to do one castle and be done with it, because nope. We are working again with the Castle Estate kit that came out just a little while ago and building another little small castle here in Windenburg. One day I'll work up the courage to do a bigger castle. I've seen so many simmers and players building such cool, amazing, huge, gorgeous castles. That was a lot of adjectives, I'm sorry. But one day I will do so when I have a little extra time on my hand. But here we are with another small one. I wanted to go a little more like dark and moody with this one, so hopefully you guys enjoy that vibe a little bit. The last one was a little more lighthearted, I feel like, and then I actually really enjoyed the interior for this build, so I hope you guys like it and stick around for that as well. But anyway, what's new in the Sims world? What is new is The Sims, like the game as a franchise, is turning 24 on February 4th, which is not today that the video is being released on the Saturday, but tomorrow, Sunday. I feel like that is just insane to think about. So in honor of The Sims 4 turning 24, tell me in the comments down below what your first time playing The Sims was like. Which game did you start with for one? I am so curious. And as the exterior comes together, I will tell you a little bit about mine. First off, I do want to say the coloring of the exterior kind of goes through a lot of phases, so be warned. And then the final coloring that you see in the thumbnail isn't shown in the speed build, so yeah, I had a moment where I was like, I don't like it, and then tried to change all the colors and was like happy with it. But anyway, my journey with The Sims, I played some of the original Sims, I'm pretty sure. I remember being at my friend's house and she was like, oh, check out this game, and we were playing it, and literally the first thing we were doing was like drowning Sims in the pool. So maybe some of you guys can relate to that as well. And that always kind of stuck with me. And then I didn't really start playing on my own, like getting the game for myself, until Sims 2. And with that one I had pretty much most of the expansions and stuff. I was obsessed with it. Sims 2 was literally my favorite. And then Sims 3. Now my memory is so screwy, and I was telling my boyfriend this because I was like, The Sims 3, I felt like I completely skipped it, right? Like, weird, right? But then I had a Facebook memory come up saying like, oh my god, The Sims 3 is released, I'm gonna play The Sims 3. And I even saw like a few more of those recently where I was like, oh, you know, Sims 3, playing The Sims. And then I think I even saw a post where I was like, oh, The Sims 4 at one point, like, can't wait for The Sims 4 to be released. And I was like, what? But what also was screwy for me was I was watching Sid Mac. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but you should definitely check her out on YouTube here. And she was playing The Sims Medieval. Now, I said in my last video, Sims Medieval was my jam. I remember loving it so much. But she mentioned that it was released in 2011. And I was like, no. It was not, it could not have been released in 2011. That's ridiculous. Like, I vaguely, or not even vaguely, I strongly remember playing it on my like family shared PC, and I can't fathom it, because in 2011 I'm gonna age myself here, but I was like pretty much starting college, and that's pretty much when I thought in my mind when I kind of stopped playing The Sims. So I don't know, I'm all like jumbled up, I guess. But those are pretty much my journey, because then I definitely did take a break. Okay, I took a long break from playing The Sims. I do know that. And then come 2020, I was like, I'm bored. I'm gonna like, I want to play The Sims. I was feeling creative. I had a lot of extra time on my hands, and I was like, I love this game. Let me check it out again. And lo and behold, I found YouTube and Sims YouTube, and then I was like, huh, okay. And then near the end of 2020, I said, let's start a channel. Why not? So here we are today. But I can't wait to hear about your guys' experience with The Sims. How long have you been playing? What is your favorite Sim generation game? Mine is Sims 2. And yeah, I can't wait to hear all about it. But right now, we are landscaping. And I am filling this little tiny pond with some rocks and just trying to make it look like it's kind of going with the flow, and using T.O.O.L to kind of rotate and make it look a little more different with different heights and things, and more interesting, I guess. So the T.O.O.L mod is definitely very helpful. I've said it many times before, and I will continue saying it. As a builder, it is very helpful for things like this when you can't get things to look the way that you really want it to, because I know sometimes the game can be a little limited. Now, you can do plenty of things without the T.O.O.L mod. There are definitely cheats in the game, but I do like the rotating and the like very particular, like sometimes when you raise an object on a shelf, it still looks like it's floating, but with the T.O.O.L mod, you can like lower it just ever so slightly so that it actually looks like it's sitting on the surface that you mean it to be sitting on. Another thought that's really just popped into my head, with the Sims birthday coming up, 24 years, we did see a little sneak peek of a celebratory SDX drop. So I am wondering what that can be. Hopefully it's not another hot tub. I remember when we got that a couple years ago, and people are like, why do we need this random hot tub? Like, okay. So hopefully it's something good. I wouldn't mind like a free kit like they did with the, was that the Desert Lux kit? I think that was the Desert Lux kit that they dropped for free, because that's when they made base game free. So I don't think that's gonna happen, but that would be pretty cool. I mean, Sims team, you know, help us out a little bit, you know, give us a bone. But I'm interested to see what that SDX drop is going to look like, and what the rest of this quarter is going to bring, because I cannot believe we are in February. That January just flew by. I hope you guys had a great January, and hopefully it wasn't as fast as mine was, but mine was really crazy fast. But yeah, here we are in the interior now, and we started here in the kitchen. And at first I wasn't anticipating this to be like a witchy home. I did know I wanted to lean into some plants, because it's been a while since I've done like a really planty build, at least in my opinion. And then I had a corner in the living room where it just made sense to put a cauldron. And you know what really sold me on like the dark and moody vibe? It's this wallpaper. This is some paneling from the Book Nook kit, and it's absolutely gorgeous. One of the better kits, I would say so. But maybe those are some opinions for some other days. Because right now we are cluttering up the kitchen. I may have said that. If I'm repeating myself, I'm so sorry. I had to step out and take the dog out. So, here we are. We are definitely getting all the kitchen clutter I can think of, from the country kitchen kit. I believe that's a kit. Cool, Chef Hustle, cottage living. Those are snowy escape bowls and plates, I think. Journey to Batu makes an appearance. Honestly, Batu is a very good pack, especially if you are a builder, and you can come at me, but I know there are some of you who agree, because some of the debug items are just top tier and they're pretty good. So here I'm trying to I don't know. I wanted to stack some things and put this bread box in like a tray of some kind. So I did take this book nook kit and kind of squeeze it in here with the tool mod. So you can see me like finagling that here. You can kind of see the book peeking out, but you know, just pretend that's some kind of like napkin or something. I don't know. Use your imagination. And we're picking out some artwork, but also in here is a small little dining space with just a table for two. There is like an accent table, dresser type thing. Also with some clutter on it and some more plants. And there's a back door here that exits out to, I guess, the backyard, but there's not really much of a backyard. It's just more landscaping. But it's just another exit for your Sims if, you know, there's a fire or something. Actually, I don't think I put a fire alarm system in here. I forget that usually, especially if I don't put cabinets in a kitchen. I tend to like hide the smoke alarm behind the cabinets only because the smoke alarm is not a pretty object and you can't change the swatch. There's only like one swatch, I think, and it's not pretty, okay? But I try to remember it so that your Sims don't die if you choose to use these builds in your gameplay. Speaking of which, this build is now up on the gallery. You can find it under my ID, which is Symtherin, the same as it is here and on all social media platforms. It is not play tested. I feel like I say it every video, so I'm not going to go too much into it, but I don't always play test my builds. Very rarely do I. And yeah, but it's up there if you want it. If not, no worries. It's there. It's just there. I usually like build my builds, put them on the gallery, and then just forget them. And then that's about it, because I don't do much gameplay. And you may have seen me there put like a mirror down and then realize, oh, there's a ladder back there to get upstairs. Yikes. Huh. We kind of need that, don't we? Yes, we do. Because that's the only way upstairs. I could not figure out a good way to fit stairs up here. That's one thing. I think that's the last thing on my wish list for building is just spiral stairs. I think that would be perfect, especially we have round rooms. We're doing castles now, so we have all of these like towers that would be perfect to just stick spiral stairs in. Like I could have done it right here, but instead I had to fill it up with something else, and I was like, a piano. So there are many skills that you can do in this build too for your Sims. On the top of the castle we have some gardening. I believe I put a flower arranging table, some garden pots, and there's a telescope as well. In the highest tower, you're not going to see it in the speed build part, but there is a seance table up there, so you can do some of those fun paranormal activity things. We have the piano here. Perfect, right? Beautiful. We have tons of bookcases. We have cooking. And then we even have an art easel as well in the bedroom. And as I mentioned before, a cauldron. So you can make loads of mac and cheese if you'd like. Or, you know, make some potions. Whatever floats your boat. I love that you can make mac and cheese in that cauldron. Can we like shout out the Sims team for that? Because that is such a genius idea. If you can choose any other food to make in a cauldron, what kind would you make? Like, you really want to bulk. I love soups, like, especially like potato base, some gnocchi. Love some gnocchi. Cheddar broccoli is good. I'm getting hungry. Anyway, here we are in the living room. I wanted to put like some kind of gallery wall-ish. You guys know I love me a good gallery wall in The Sims and trying to fit different paintings and photos from different packs. I find it challenging and also rewarding when I'm like, okay, these kind of go together, kind of ish. So that's what we're doing here, and I had so much fun with it. I also pulled out this Decor to the Max couch. I don't think I've ever used it, or if I have, definitely not in this swatch. So I am pleasantly surprised. At first I was thinking of going like a rundown couch. I did pull out like the basement Haven kit couch that kind of looks like, I think it's called like grandma's couch or something. So I almost did that, but then I pulled this one out and I was like, yes. I don't think the interior here is very rundown. I feel like maybe it was remodeled a little bit, or at least kept pretty well-ish. So it's definitely been upgraded at the very least. So yeah, we're adding some more clutter. Obviously we have some more plants. I feel like I repeated there's a few plants that I repeated. The dine out plant, king, I swear. That's the best plant in the game. Don't come at me. And the jungle adventure plant that you see here. What else? The cottage living one. A lot of the ones from For Rent, I believe, make an appearance. You're gonna see some repeats. I tried to switch it up a little bit, but it's so hard because there's like only a handful of like really good plants in this game. I would love a plant kit. I really would. But the living room's pretty much almost finished. I had these weird bump outs that I ended up just closing up with a wall and ignoring completely, because I was like, I don't know how to manage that. My brain wasn't working at this point. I had just gotten back from a work trip and I was literally like, I need to get this video ready and done because surprise, surprise, I fell behind again. I did so good. I had like 4 videos and I was like, yes, I am awesome. And then life got in the way again, as it does. But that's okay. We are trying and we are keeping up. But yeah, in just a second, we are going to get into the little cauldron nook right here. And there we, of course, have lots of clutter and lots of plants. I put another shelf. I liked sticking this little planty group from the werewolves pack. And I was thinking maybe those are like ingredients that this witch or wizard or warlock will like just pick off and put in the cauldron. Same with that wall hanging one. I think those are from Realm of Magic. If that's not the Realm of Magic one, no, I believe that's Batu. I believe it is. I think so. I could be wrong though. Correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, we're definitely pulling out things from Realm of Magic. Hanging plants were my saviors here. I do not enjoy building with tall wall heights and sometimes medium wall heights, but I don't like all the space it gives me and I don't know what to do with it, you know? So these hanging lights and plants definitely really helped. But now we are up in the bedroom, and I like this bedroom because it's got a nice open archway out into the world. The bathroom is a little kind of funny because it's in that tower there, so you kind of have to walk out and then into the bathroom, so you might be a little chilly if it's like the middle of winter. But it's a nice bathroom. I really enjoyed it, actually. It's small, but it's cute and it matches the vibe of the rest of the house. So definitely stay tuned for the tour at the end of this video so you can get a little glimpse at that, because I didn't record it. I say this too a lot in a lot of my speed builds, and I hope you guys aren't tired of me explaining it. But I don't always do that. Well, I typically don't film my bathrooms because sometimes I get stuck in the interior and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I'm like, let me just do the bathrooms off camera, because then I usually understand the vibe a little more, if that makes sense. So that's why I don't always film bathrooms. But bathrooms are some of my favorite rooms to build, actually, because I feel like a lot of people feel like, I mean, how much more different can you get than like a shower, a sink, and a toilet, right? But there's so much you can do with it. There really is. It's all in the details, and I just have fun with it. And we have the bathroom clutter kit now, so even better. Here We are getting the dresser here from Horse Ranch. I felt like that was a good fit. Some more plants. We're going to throw a chair here. What else is up here? We have a little office nook that's up in the little tower space again. Didn't know what to do there. Go figure. And I think we have like a little bit of like a Realm of Magic corner. I grab one of those hutches with like the potions and stuff and kind of surround that with a bunch of plants, and it looks pretty cute. It's more decorative. It's not really functional, but it's cute. It's cute to look at least I think so. I really liked using these dark colors and the plants and the blacks and the greens. So here's that little decorative corner that I'm gonna just completely smother in plants. Yeah, overall I had a lot of fun building this one. I do really enjoy the Castle Estate kit. I'm really happy with it. I wish there was a little more. I do feel like it's a little lacking, but the items we did get were really good, so I'm not too upset. Yeah, I hope we get an interior kit maybe one day. Hopefully, we'll see. What else here? I'm gonna start getting rambly because we're at the end of the video. We're pretty close to it. Got a couple more minutes. Don't forget to let me know about your Sims journey in the comments below, or at least tell me what your earliest memory of The Sims is, or your favorite generation. Was it 1, 2, 3? Is it 4? I want to say 4 is my favorite for building. 2 is my favorite gameplay, because while I did building in Sims 2, it wasn't as much. I did definitely spend a lot of time in gameplay. So, the gameplay back then was just so good, guys. It was so good. If you haven't played it, maybe one day, hopefully you can, if you're able to, fingers crossed. But here is the little office nook. I played around with using Journey to Batu chair here, but I was like, nah, it doesn't quite fit the vibe, you know what I mean? And yeah, oh, that thing from For Rent. I feel like I've never used it before, so I was like, let me put it here just for, I don't know, even though the bathroom's all the way on the other side, let's do it, and some hanging lights. And of course, a whole bunch of more plants, because who doesn't need more plants? Am I right? I'm always right. Or at least that's what I tell my boyfriend. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and listening to me ramble as always. It was nice talking to you, and I hope I get to talk to you again really, really soon. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell to get notified of future videos and things. So, yeah, I'll see you guys around. We may have like a few seconds until we actually head into the tour, so maybe I'll just kind of ramble around with you guys. I really finished that a little early, so sorry. Anyway, we're just cluttering. Don't mind me. Hopefully this is why you guys stick around. I don't know. You tell me. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Do all the things. It really helps me out. I appreciate you guys so, so much. And check me out on other social media platforms. Get this on a gallery. All the things. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. Bye!